Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Well, today we are going to be talking about Ezra Miller, and it looks like Ezra Miller is out at DC movies, thank God. Because Ezra Miller does not deserve to have a high profile character and be able to play and get paid significantly for all the actions that Ezra Miller has done. Now, Ezra Miller out of DC because The Flash was such a bomb, and showing just how much of a bomb The Flash was. It's the biggest superhero movie flop of all time, and to be honest with you, it's the biggest movie flop. Not just superhero flop, but movie flop ever. Now, it's been almost a month since The Flash, previously dubbed one of the greatest superhero movies ever made, it's not, was released in cinemas across the globe. Despite massive pre-release hype and projections of a $70 million opening weekend, the film fell short, earning only $24.5 million. That's a big drop because people, they're literally now, which is so good to see, they're actually following what they say, which is fantastic. Everyone was like, we're not going to go and see this film because Ezra Miller's in it. As a result, questions have been raised about the future of Ezra Miller within Warner Brothers universe, and multiple factors point to the actor's departure from the DCU. A series of unfortunate events marred the film's journey from the get-go. However, the most significant hurdle for The Flash stemmed from the controversy surrounding Ezra Miller. Various troubling incidents, such as a widely circulated video of the actor doing this. Yeah? So one, you got evidence. But this one I don't like. Allegations of disorderly conduct. No, the police were called. It's not allegations. They took him to a Hawaii police station. So, there's actual mugshots of it. So you got that there. This, he done that as well, because he was arrested for that. And this by here is one of the biggest ones, which is absolutely scary, and it's, again, I will say these are accusations. However, the accusations are very, very strong and close to the truth, because when you get the parents of the so-called child who was involved in all of this, when they're like, just give us our daughter back, you know something's going wrong. Obviously, you are going to have people like, no, she can do what she wants. Not when she's under the legal age for guardianship and everything else. She didn't go to court and say, I don't want my parents to look after me anymore. I want to be blah, 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 like Drew Barrymore did. Now, despite Warner Brothers' efforts to shield Ezra Miller from the press in the lead-up to The Flash, which was one of the most disgusting things a movie studio has done, the controversies did not go unnoticed by fans. Many expressed their disapproval and vowed to boycott the movie due to the actor's behaviour. Still, the film's director, Andy Muschietti, remained adamant that he would not recast the role for a potential sequel. To be honest with you, I think only reason Andy Muschietti said that because with everyone blowing smoke up his ass about how great the film was and then turning out to be literally a box office bomb, I think he was like, no, that's the reason, because of him. You know, that's why. And he's like, sorry, Andy, no. You're going to keep someone who's got all these things against them. And they're not exactly great things. It's not all sunshines and rainbows, is it now? Now, speaking on the Discourse podcast via Variety, Muschietti insisted that Ezra Miller was the best actor for the role. I don't think there's anyone that can play that character as well as they did, the filmmaker said about keeping Miller on board for future projects. The other depictions of the character are great, but this particular vision of the character, they just excelled in doing it. While an argument could be made for second chances, there's no argument for second chances when Ezra Miller has done all of these things that we've already panned out, you know? The negative impact on the studio's reputation and box office returns is too significant, which it is. No one could blame Muschietti for sticking by his lead star. At the time, The Flash was believed to be a surefire hit, and why would anyone want to dismantle a winning formula? So Ezra Miller walked the red carpet at the premiere on June 12th and thanked Warner Brothers executives for their discernment and care during their legal troubles. It's absolutely insane that they kept him on. This carefully orchestrated appearance was not enough to save The Flash. People are still unhappy that the controversial actor was in the movie at all, and now that the project is all but a certified failure, there really is no reason to keep Ezra Miller around. A new Warner Brothers project has already replaced Ezra Miller as the Flash. This the part I actually found quite funny as well. So recasting superheroes is not unprecedented in the film industry. Examples, Batman, Joker, obviously. Despite not having the same level of household recognition, recasting the Flash could salvage the character's future in the DC universe. Interestingly, Warner Brothers may be preparing to replace Ezra Miller very soon, if the film's audio sequel is anything to go by. In the aftermath of the Flash's disappointing box office performance, DC decided to introduce a fresh take on the hero in the form of a captivating podcast. Announced on July the 6th, the project is billed as a companion piece to the movie, told solely through voice acting. The story is set a few years after the film's conclusion, while remaining firmly within the canon. The project is also a complete departure from Ezra Miller's portrayal of the Flash, with a fresh actor taking on the role. While the podcast narrative direction may not directly impact Miller's potential return in James Gunn's DCU, it is a fascinating avenue to explore. Titled The Flash: Escape the Midnight Circus, the podcast features Max Greenfield, known for his role in New Girl, as the lead. According to the official release on the Apple Podcast website, it revolves around Barry Allen, who has served as Central City's prominent superhero for several years and is content in his relationship with Iris West. However, as his responsibilities as the Flash interfere with his personal life, Barry once again travels back in time to repair his relationship. Right, don't really care about that. I mean, yeah, we're talking about something else there, but we're not talking about Ezra Miller. So, we got that there. And obviously, being the huge box office bomb that it is, should we have a quick look and see how much money it's only made? 220 million is what they're saying, because that is actually what the production designer said in an interview. It was 220, and it's only made $262 million. That is insane, and it's got by here, obviously, making it a box office bomb with projections of as much as a 200 million loss for Warner Brothers. With the way everything is done, with the way calculations are done, they normally say what the budget is, put the budget times 3, and that is how much they need to break even. That's the rule of thumb. So 220, 440, $660 million. It's 400 million short, or just under 400 million short. That is insane. So, by here, for box office bomb, have we got what we got by here, the biggest ones? List of box office bombs, have a quick look. So you got the 13th Warrior at the moment, which is $227 million. Yeah, this is straight away the biggest one, if you look at it. So, adjusted. So the people say that John Carter is the biggest box office bomb between 143 and 255. If it is about 400 million, again, no. Cinemas, so theatre chains, AMC, Odeon, those type of places, that gets cut in half straight away. So 267, you're literally looking at like $133.5 million just going back to Warner Brothers. That is insane. They're not even going to make back the budget, which is... Woof. So yeah, you're looking at that, and it's the biggest box office bomb ever, which is just... I find that quite laughable, to be honest with you, because everyone was saying this is not going to go well, and it didn't. And obviously now we do have other places talking about it. Now that The Flash has been in theatres for almost a month, it has become the ultimate box office failure in the superhero genre. Yeah, so today it came out literally 1 month ago today in the UK. And on Tuesday, the 18th of July, so literally 5 weeks after it's been released, it's out for digital download already. That's how much faith they have in this film. Like how they had so much faith in Fast 10. Because that went straight to digital download, what, 3.5 weeks afterwards? But again, saying by here, The Flash had a long, complicated road in its journey to the theatres is a vast understatement, which it is. It's lost anywhere between 200 and 400 million. So much money. But it's going on. Again, yeah, it did. It had absolute horrible CGI in the film. It races to become the worst superhero movie ever. We'll lose 200 million thanks to The Flash, which is staggering as the film has grossed 262 against the 220 plus high marketing costs. It's absolutely, it's scary and disgusting. And when you look at it as well, when you look at these films here, which these are the biggest box office bombs in superhero movies. Number 1 is The Flash. Number 2, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Still haven't watched that, but it does look okay. Wonder Woman 84, yeah, atrocious movie. Dark Phoenix, still haven't seen it. I need to see that one. Suicide Squad, which I actually enjoyed, 130 million loss. Black Adam, 100 million. Fantastic Four, 100 million. R.I.P.D. 92. Green Lantern. The Flash has lost more than Green Lantern, which is just insane. Because Green Lantern is not exactly a great movie. But it's absolutely nuts to see that all of these films, which are by here, they're like, these are the biggest box office bombs, and The Flash is number 1. It's going to be it will be the biggest box office bomb ever. And to be honest with you, millions of people told Warner Brothers this will happen. And people, they're literally now, they're talking with their wallets, and it's great to see. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you all soon.